Hello aviation enthusiasts, welcome to today's episode of Career TV. I'm Lerato Molokwane, and today we are diving into a critical aspect of aviation that you might not have thought much about: obstacle evaluators. You might be thinking, aircrafts fly over obstacles, so why all the fuss? Well, buckle up, because we are about to clear up that mystery and show you exactly why this job is so vital. Before we get started, our goal is to get to 2,000 subscribers by our next video. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe for more. Today's guest is an incredible professional who lives and breathes obstacle evaluation. Doris Koza, thank you so much for joining us today. Please kindly tell the viewers about yourself and what you do.
Thank you so much, Lerato, for this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself and my profession. I'm an obstacle inspector and I work for the Civil Aviation Authority. I can proudly say that I was born and raised in Limpopo from a small village called Kalkspruit, Hamarava, just a few kilometers away from Polokwane. So after matric, I went to university to study a degree in environmental management and a BSc honors in geography. And after that, I eventually became a member of the South African Geometric Council, which is the Council for Professional and Technical Surveyors. I also hold a master's degree in town and regional planning and a member of the South African Council for Planners, which is SACAA. So my journey in aviation started in 2018 as an obstacle inspector.
That is so impressive. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. Let's dive down into today's episode. What exactly does an obstacle evaluator do?
Our main responsibility is to verify and assess aviation obstacle applications submitted by developers or planners to SACAA before approval. So we conduct a formal obstacle assessment to determine if those structures will not impact the safety of aviation. We also plan and execute obstacle inspection to all the aerodrome or airports and heliports to ensure that they comply with the civil aviation regulation and technical standard.
That's very interesting. Let's dive down a little bit deeper. You've mentioned about evaluation and assessing. Let's talk about what exactly an obstacle would be and the different types of obstacles maybe a pilot would encounter when they are taking off on flight and maybe landing as well.
Pilots encounter a lot of obstacles during landing and departure. For example, the trees on the approach surfaces that are not trimmed. And the other one is the object near the runway that are not marked or lit, and even those crane and buildings that are not approved by the regulator.
That's very interesting. Maybe let's dive into why this role is so critical in aviation.
The marking of obstacle, the position and the height of obstacle plays a very crucial role in aviation. So the surrounding of the airport should be kept free from obstacles to ensure that safety is not compromised. Even the line of sight should not be obscured by obstacles to ensure the safety of aircraft operation.
So you've mentioned that it's all about safety and operations, which sounds like a very, very intense career, but yet rewarding. Maybe take us through the different challenges that an obstacle evaluator would go through.
So realistically speaking, in everything that we do, we all face challenges. And the word obstacle is a challenge or a barrier itself. So one of the challenges that we face as obstacle evaluator is when we are handling the obstacle non-compliance, where the developer will just construct or build maybe a structure without an approval. So we'll investigate and locate the position, manage to contact the owner, arrange a site visit, because the owner failed to comply with the Civil Aviation Authority. So we also tell the owner to either lower the structure or even pause the construction. So most of the time we overcome these challenges with our positive attitude or the approach, and even the support we get from our leadership.
And once you've overcome, what would you say is the greatest highlight when it comes to being an obstacle evaluator?
Our highlight, I'll say, when traveling between provinces, we get the opportunity to visually observe this obstacle that we assess in the office. And another highlight is the opportunity that we get to interact with the airport representative from different field of profession.
That is so interesting, and thank you so much for sharing. So with our viewers who would be out there, maybe somebody's watching and they are interested in becoming an obstacle evaluator, kindly take us through the different qualifications and skills that they need to acquire to be in this aviation field.
To become an obstacle evaluator or inspector, you need grade 12 with pure maths. And why maths? Because there's a lot of calculation that we do when we assess these structures. That's why we need mathematics, especially when the structure or the obstacles is near the airport. Another option is the National Diploma in GIS, which is Geographical Information System or Surveying Qualification, and be a member of the South African Geometric Council as well. So if you have those qualifications, you can apply for position of trainee or intern, then you will be afforded an opportunity to go and do training called obstacle assessment. Others call it Annex 14 OLS training. So after that, you can maybe start with being a trainee or doing an intern, and then you'll eventually become a qualified obstacle evaluator or inspector.
Okay, that's very interesting. And maybe just let's dive a little bit into it. How long does the training usually take?
The obstacle assessment course doesn't take long. It normally takes about 2 to 3 weeks to complete. Then after that, you'll get your certificate.
Thank you so much for sharing. That is very incredible. And before we wrap up, is there any words of encouragement you'd like to share with our viewers today?
Yes, I want to encourage young learners to study hard and not be afraid to ask questions and to keep this cycle, going, because aviation industry need more young learners. So they must go out there and grab that qualification, and because opportunities are waiting for them.
Thank you so much, Doris Khoza, for sharing and shining light on this critical obstacle evaluation career. And thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today. And to our viewers, remember, the skies are not just about flying. They are about ensuring every flight is safe and smooth. Thank you for tuning into Career TV. If you have any questions about what was discussed today or any feedback, do use the comment section below. We want to know what other related aviation careers you are interested in. Ensure you follow us on our social media pages. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button so you do not miss out on our Career TV episodes. Until next time, keep your head in the clouds and your feet on the ground. I'm your host, Lerato Molokwane, signing out.